How to quit bad habits for good and get rich with business. So why I'm credible to talk about this topic is because I've done that. I've quit my bad habits, then I got addicted to business, and after 4 years, I got my dream life. Traveling, making money, sorting my family out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm also having high ambitions, of course. This is not the end, but I kind of did what most people want to do. So, first of all, you gotta ask yourself, why do we actually indulge in bad habits? Most people haven't asked this question. Most people go through life, do the fucking bad habits, and they never ask themselves, why am I actually doing this? Now, most people know, like consciously, if you ask yourself, are video games good? You consciously know that they're bad, you know that stuff. But there's a difference, because your brain doesn't know that. Your brain doesn't have context. And when you understand this concept, that I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be so much fucking easier to quit your bad habits or quit anything bad that you're doing. Your brain does not have context. You are not your brain. Those are two completely different beings. You consciously and in your soul is completely different from your brain. It's not the same, it's not unified. Your brain doesn't have context. You can give your brain fucking heroin, and it's gonna think that's good because it's giving him good feelings. But on the other hand, if you give him fucking to do a business, start a business, go to the gym, it's not gonna feel the same way. Even though he knows, or he doesn't know actually, that gym and business is good and heroin is bad. It looks at everything as a ones and zero in a binary perspective. And what is bad in a perspective from the brain is something that's giving him pain. And anything else that's not giving him pain, that's giving him good feelings, it's a positive thing. So when you understand this, it's going to be easy to quit your bad habits. So a lot of people also say that it's just about dopamine, but that's not really true. And I'm going to show you deeper meaning behind why you're doing your bad habits and how to actually quit them in a healthy but fast way. So it's not just dopamine. Of course, dopamine is a big part of it, but it's not just that. And if you only rely on quitting bad habits just because of dopamine, you're never gonna quit them. You're always gonna come back to it. So you gotta admit to yourself, you personally love bad habits. It's giving you good feelings, even though you know they're bad, but you kinda love them. If you didn't love them, you wouldn't do them daily. So let's imagine your brain is on a path and has two different options. It has video games and it has business. Each fucking time is gonna choose video games. And as I said, your brain looks at everything as a binary. Looks at it as a binary perspective, ones and zeros, positive or negative, good or bad. So, let's imagine a scenario where you're a fat kid. You're a fat kid in childhood and you did not have any competition. You did not have any activity. You did not have any progress. You didn't have any feelings of winning actually, which is something that is core to your masculinity. It's something that is inherited in your masculinity. It's competition, it's winning, it's making progress, it's providing. And when you're a fat child that doesn't have this stuff given to him by healthy activities such as sport, socializing, dating, etc., it doesn't have those feelings and it's gonna chase them elsewhere. So what does he do? He becomes a fat kid that eats junk food and plays video games all day. Now this is happening for one simple reason, and it's because of these feelings. Because in the childhood he didn't have feelings of competition, activity, progress, winning. Because he didn't have those feelings, it's chasing them elsewhere. And it found them in fucking Fortnite. It found them in Roblox, all that kind of stuff. And it's because Fortnite is giving him the feelings of progression, competition, dopamine, winning. That's why he's addicted to it. Because it's something that is primal in his genes to be competitive, to chase progress, to win. And because he didn't have those things in the real life via sports, via real life stuff, he got them from video games. And this is the actual first concept, first principle of bad habits. It's the feelings that you get from it. It's not only dopamine, it's the emotion that you get from it. It's the feelings of love, affection, progression, competition, all that stuff. So you might say to me bro, I tried to quit but it's too hard. it's because you're probably doing it wrong. Most people do it wrong. Most people just rely on, yeah, it's just because of the dopamine, and they try to quit bad habits off of that. But that's not really effective. So look at this box as your identity. Now, you can ask yourself, what is my identity? Your identity might be that, I don't know, you brush your teeth every morning, that you take daily showers, that you go to school, that you're disciplined with your homework. That's a part of your identity. And for a fat kid, a part of his identity is that he's a gamer. That he's a fat kid. And each time somebody asks him, oh bro, what do you do for fun? He says, oh yeah bro, I'm a gamer. I'm a pro gamer. I'm a fat kid. I don't go to the gym because I'm fat and my bones are dense and I love food. That's a part of his identity. And that's why it's hard for him to stop being fat, to quit video games, to stop doing the dumb shit, is because it's a part of his identity. Now on the other hand, you have an identity of a person that, as I said, he brushes his teeth every morning, he takes daily showers, he does his homework, he goes to the gym regularly, and he can do those stuff without thinking about it because it's a part of his identity. So for example, if you woke up in the morning and you have 10 minutes to leave your house and go to work, you would still brush your teeth, right? Because it's a part of your identity, because it's a non-negotiable thing that you have to do every morning. You have to take a shower, even if you don't have time. You will purposefully go late and arrive late at your work just to fill out these non-negotiable tasks. And that's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, because being hygienic is a part of your identity. And some people gotta learn that, but how to quit bad habits actually. So, first thing you gotta do, you gotta go back to the feelings that I mentioned. You gotta go back to the emotions. And you need to recognize what feelings or emotions are you actually chasing with these bad habits. So for example, as I said, video games give you feelings of progression, competition, winning, progress. Porn gives you love, affection. So these are two examples. Now you can apply this to anything. You can apply this to alcoholism, gambling, a lot of fucking bad habits you can apply this to. And you can extract the bad feelings or the emotions and feelings you get from it. And when you do that, it's going to be easy to quit them, because there's a simple step that I'm going to give you now. Decide to not tie them to your identity. You can just, like literally, you have free will. You can stand up right now and say that you're not a video gamer anymore and not tied to your identity anymore. So that's what you got to do. First, recognize the bad habits that you have. Write down the bad feelings or the emotions and feelings that you chase from it. Decide to not tie them to your identity, and then you gotta build friction between these bad habits. You gotta build difficulty between you and your bad habits. So for example, if you're a video gamer, you can smash your console. You can take it to your cousin's place that lives 3 hours away from your house, or you can sell it, or you can give it to charity. There's a lot of different things that you can do. And when you do that, you're building friction. And friction just means difficulty. It just means difficulty, basically. Like, if you cannot get your console in an easy way, you'll probably not get there. If you sell your console, it's gonna be friction to go to the store, to buy it, to go back home, to waste money, to hook it up, to buy video games, to connect it. Like, that's all friction. And that's why it's gonna be hard to go back to your bad habits, especially when you have decided to not tie them to your identity. So just smash your fucking stuff, sell it, give it to charity, give it to your cousin. Now you gotta replace them. You gotta replace them with the feelings, you gotta replace them with you gotta replace them with the good habits that give you the good feelings that you got from the bad habits. So, for example, if you're playing video games for like the past 3 years and you love the feelings of progression and competition and winning, you can replace the bad habit with a good habit such as gym, sports, fucking business. Those activities are productive, are healthy for you, and it's gonna give you the same feelings. Now, what you gotta understand is that your brain chases the immediate stuff. It chases the good feelings that come immediately. Now in business, in gym, in sports, you don't really get those dopamine spikes immediately. It comes in gradually. That's why it's healthy. That's why it's not destroying your fucking brain. And you will not get the feelings of progression and competition and winning immediately. It comes after time, because you're going to be losing for some time before you win. Now, how do we avoid your brain not wanting to commit suicide because it doesn't have the feelings that you got from the bad habits? You gotta remove the bad dopamine activities. So, imagine a time schedule, a situation where you're a video gamer for the past 3 years and pretty much 90% of your day was consistent of video games. When you just remove that console, when you remove that bad habit, you have like 10 fucking hours spare. And when you sit yourself and watch the wall for 10 hours, I really doubt that's gonna happen. You're gonna find some bad shit to do in the meantime. So you gotta remove the bad activities before. Now when you do that, when your brain gets into this state of being bored and having only one option, which is might be gym, might be sports, might be business, and he doesn't have any other bad activity that's gonna spike his dopamine, it's gonna naturally gravitate towards pushing you to go to the gym, to work on your business, to go play sports, because it doesn't have any other option to get that dopamine. It doesn't have any other option. And this is the easiest way to addict yourself to productive stuff. This is the easiest way to addict yourself to the gym. Because when you're so bored during your day, your brain has only one option: go to the gym. And you eventually get addicted to it because you don't have bad habits to interrupt you. It doesn't have any bad activities to spike your dopamine. It only has the gym. And that's what you're gonna do. So you can do that for every single bad habit. You can add the gym, you can add the sports, you can add the business, you can add fucking writing, reading books, all the good stuff. And that's pretty much how to quit bad habits. It's not really that hard. It only comes down to recognizing the feelings, finding a replacement that gives you the same feelings in a healthy way, and stripping yourself from immediate dopamine to get addicted to the good habits. That's how this shit works. It's pretty fucking simple, and I know it's hard to grasp for some of you that it can be really this simple to quit the bad habits that you've been trying to quit for the past 3 years. So, follow me on Instagram. I post daily reels, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped you.